Hello, friends. So today we're gonna try a Fiona from Fiona Arts flower reverse dip with a flower cup, and so this is my second attempt in trying this, and you'll see how it goes. But so anyway, so you saw the colors that we're gonna be using. In addition to that, I bring in Black Cherry by Modern Masters, and I also use a phthalo blue, uh, Payne's gray combination bit that I poured into a squeeze bottle for the pendulum pour. I use that towards the end, in addition to those colors. But my idea was to use the colors that I showed you before. So primarily they're pearls by Arteza, and so I wanted this to be really pretty. But let's take a look. So I start off by putting it's aqua Bright Aqua by Liquitex Basics. And then I sprinkle on some Pearl Light Green by Arteza, and those are pearls. So I wanted like the background to not be like straight out white. I also didn't want it to be like all uniform. So yeah, so I wanted something really cool. Anyhow, so I start off here with white. I go in with a black cherry, and then gold, and then white, and then pearl magenta, and then pearl amethyst, white, and then the black cherry, and then pearl light yellow, and then that's the yellow, the Indian yellow hue by Arteza. Most of these colors are Arteza. And so then I went with tulip pink, white, and then blue turquoise, and now the pearl amethyst, and then now the black cherry, and now the yellow, the Indian yellow hue, and then gold, and then white. And the white is actually pearl. It's the 24 karat gold pearl with the pearl essence medium, mixing medium, something like that. Um, so I wanted to put like a pearl, a white pearl in there because Fiona, when she does her flowers and they come out really beautiful, she always uses that pearl, and it makes these beautiful like almost cloudy parts of the flower. So anyway, so I was trying to do that as well. Anyhow, so after took off the cup, then I'm bringing in the paint the way Fiona does it, and then she also puts her finger in the middle to pull out excess paint. The first try, I'll actually publish that first try because yeah, I mean I should publish all even the stuff that doesn't necessarily come out as great. But it was a really good learning experience. So from that I learned that I shouldn't put so much paint. So and unfortunately this is my second attempt, and so I wasn't necessarily super prepared. So the idea is that I'm just going to use another canvas on top and utilize the plastic wrap. So the basically and I did it. The flower looks okay. My leaves are not great. I should have just left it that way, let it dry, and then like fix it. But then I started tilting, and anyhow, it didn't. It's not the greatest. Um, bit. So then I decided, okay, well, if that's not gonna work, then I know that Fiona also does the swirl uh, flowers. So then I said, okay, well, let me try to fix it by putting these swirls in here, and by doing that, I'm definitely gonna get a beautiful flower. And I also took off some of that sage green because it was just too thick and it didn't look at all like a leaf. So anyway, so now I'm putting in like bits of light green and yellow and light yellow to blend together and hopefully give me more of what a leaf would look like. And now at this point, I'm looking for. I went to get one one of the damaged canvases that I received from Jerry's Artorama, and I'm putting tape on it, so that way, the area where it's broken or cracked, you know, I'm just trying to like put it together so that I just need something to lift off that excess paint and then hopefully make it look like a flower. So I'm gonna try once again and see how this works. Yeah, not pretty. Okay, so the first one was actually better um than the second one. So now, okay, so that didn't work. So then now I'm gonna go the Gemma way. So Gemma does a number of dots throughout, and then uses a plastic to lift off excess paint, and as she lifts, it pulls up and it makes it look like flower petals. So I was like, well, this might work, right? But because I already have some paint on my canvas, I ended up putting this paint on the plastic, and then so right now I'm gonna take off some of this paint that's on top, and so that it's not, because what I did was when I saw that it wasn't gonna work, I I put the painting upside down so that excess paint would run off, and so now I ended up taking off some of the excess paint from the top by utilizing plastic sheeting, and so it didn't work. Now, if you look closely, the Indian yellow and black cherry, like if you look at it closely, they do make the petals. So I think, yeah, it's not, it wasn't the way Gemma did it, and yeah, so it just whatever. So I've decided, okay, so this is just a hot mess. So I'm just gonna do like a Jilly Cube swipe, and so Jilly Cube, what she does is she does chevrons, right? But she does it uniformly. So different chevrons with different colors, like, and then once she's done the chevrons, then she tilts to combine or to put all the paints together. I forgot to do that part. So right now, see, I put all the chevrons and all the paints, right, and then I put my line in the middle to do the swipe. And once right now, I actually went to get the like the little plastics to do the swiping with. I also had to cut them up because, again, my idea in the beginning of this pour was to try to do like a Fiona flower, and it didn't quite work. Now, if you can see that the slide is not necessarily working too well because, well, obviously I didn't tilt the paint, so it didn't cover the entire canvas, so it wasn't working. So then I had to put more paint on there. Then I'm gonna need to tilt from one side to the other until the entire canvas is covered, but not necessarily covered in terms of a composition, but more or less just to make sure that I have enough paint all around the canvas. So then when I pull with the swipey tool, then it will give me something beautiful. So now I just have to like tilt from one side to the other. It is actually taking longer than expected because some of the aqua green paint kind of began to like set, began to dry. So then it prevents like the other paint from like moving easily above it. And yeah, so it just makes it very difficult. So like if you look, I remember I put in like amethyst purple. I put all kinds of different colors on this canvas, but the more vibrant ones are the ones that really like stand out. So the black cherry and the Indian yellow hue, they look like that's all I put in there, but I actually put a lot more different colors in there. And but once I actually do the swipe, then you'll see the colors come up. And this blue paint is actually just thinned out phthalo blue with Payne's gray that I was using for my pendulum pours. And I just had a leftover, some of the leftover, so I decided to use this. Usually the swipes are with paint that is thinned out by a Floetrol, but like I said, I wasn't ready for it, and I just wanted to salvage something. I want to do something that wasn't like horrific. So I ended up using this, and I figured, you know what, regardless of how the swipe comes out, it has to be better than the little flower that I ended up with when I did the reverse dip. So here I'm doing the swipe, and it's actually looking really pretty. So it's giving me some really vibrant colors underneath, and because it doesn't have the Floetrol as the thinning agent, I'm not getting a lot of cells. But usually, like if in a traditional swiping technique for I would be getting a lot of cells here, and the cells would like basically pull out, and then you would see all these vibrant, beautiful colors underneath. But anyhow, so like I said, I didn't put Floetrol on in there, so now I am going to do something that is very popular with pouring artist. They, this is my first try at this. Well, I mean, I sort of did it with Kobe, but with Kobe's painting, that just was more organic, more natural. I wanted to do a tree, but here I'm doing it because lately there's been a lot of different swipes where they use the swipe. This is the background for these trees, and so I was trying to figure out how they did it. They actually use a like a card to swipe. um they swipe like white paint on it, and obviously I didn't do that. I just basically used in this case a skewer to bring in that paint. So I sort of use it as a brush almost. And it's a little hard to use it, but I didn't have a working brush next to me. And anyway, so I ended up doing this, and it actually looks really pretty. Here's so close up. So this is a save. I was trying to do Fiona's reverse flower dips, but didn't quite work out. So at the end, I tried everything I could to make it work, but it didn't. So then I just did a swipe And then I did this tree. So the tree against the stripe seems to be very popular here with acrylic pouring artists, so I decided to do my own. So here it is. It's nice. It's a beautiful tree against like a blue sky. Feels probably like a lonely pine tree that's about to like collapse or whatever in the desert because there aren't any other trees next to it. So, but it's really pretty. So hopefully it dries nicely and I'll have a nice piece. Well, thank you so much for watching till the end. I appreciate it. And I'm excited to welcome you back at the next one. See you.